Until today, I thought the most relatable Easter gospel was Doubting Thomas last week. But I find myself reading Sunday's gospel with a different awareness. Everything shifted for me reflecting on Luke's account of the road to Emmaus. Nothing theological or particularly profound. No, far more human. We've often heard about the road to Emmaus. We encounter the two disciples fleeing. While the gospel never mentions why they're leaving, I think it fair to assume, afraid for their lives, they're getting away from the crisis. Don't you wish there were somewhere you could go? In this time of extreme uncertainty and isolation, is it not where we all find ourselves? Walking and wondering what it all means, and if it will ever return to normal? So many grieving, alone and exposed to a disease with no bias. I walk around the block with the companionship of two dogs, but my neighbors cross the street to respect the social distancing restrictions and to minimize the escalation of my pups. If Jesus were to approach today, would I recognize him? I'm afraid, given the caution of the day and my need to protect those I love, I wouldn't even see him. Rather, I just press on faster and cross the street to avoid the encounter, the contagion, or worse, the possibility of the spread. The lost and fearful journeymen in today's reading reflect on all that has occurred in Jerusalem. They note the fearless women with the courage to go to the tomb to tend to Jesus' body, and the apostles who followed, confirming their findings. These two could be any of us, recounting the happenings with great detail, but little understanding. Their faith was not renewed by walking away, social distancing from the crisis and controversy. It was terrifying, no doubt, but Jesus did not reveal himself from a distance or from his cross. Instead, he accompanied them, offering simple, basic human outreach. Walking alongside them, he listened, he shared story and broke bread. Their insight and restoration came not in the Lord's divinity, but in the real presence, in his humanity, through the intimacy of that relationship. And weren't their hearts burning? We were not at the foot of the cross, in the empty tomb, or on the road to Emmaus. But this Easter, don't your hearts burn with that same love every time you see the masked stranger providing accompaniment and care? Help us recognize you, Lord, in every first responder, the tender touch of the countless volunteers supporting our hungry, scared, and lonely. Today our road too is fearful and our future hard to imagine. But even in the depths of this pandemic, let us not miss the Lord's presence in our midst. The tomb is indeed empty. Alleluia. Please take a few minutes now and reflect on the following questions.
In your presence is endless joy, at your side is my home forever.
Faithful God, I look to you, you alone my life and fortune. Never shall I look to other gods, you shall be my one hope.
You will show me the path of life, you my hope and my shelter. In your presence is endless joy, at your side is my home forever.
From of old you are my heritage, you my wisdom and my safety. Through the night you speak within my heart, silently you teach me.
You will show me the path of life, you my hope and my shelter. In your presence is endless joy, at your side is my home forever. So my heart shall sing for joy, in your arms I rest securely. You will not abandon me to death, you shall not